zombie pigmen have been a highly regarded event in Minecraft. Now, we don't know exactly how they got to the nether, or how they are walking, or adapt to gold. We don't know any of these questions, not problems. We don't know the answer to any of these. We don't know the answer to how piglins got there either. So I'm going to try to take a deep dive to see how they got there and how zombie pigmen got there. We need to figure out how zombie pigmen got to the nether. To start off, we need to figure out how the zombie pigmen got to the nether. Now, this can be many different things. One, a player could have gone there, but that's probably not true because they are in there before you even spawn in the world. Another option is Dweem. But that's very low chance because he wasn't even popular and he's not part of the Minecraft storyline at all. Another option would be ruined portals. But ruined portals get eliminated out of the question because they were added in 1.16. Zombie pigmen happened to also be the update that they were removed. So, using this knowledge, we can figure out a few things. One, they could have found an obsidian lava pool with a water bucket, or in a lava bucket. So, they could have done the portal like that, but I doubt it. Pigs aren't capable of that. Another way I think it could have happened is a natural generation of an obsidian nether portal due to like explosions or something. That could be another good example of how they got there. And this could be a good example because they could have found flint and steel on the ground or something, or they could have found iron and flint and combined it together to make flint and steel. Now, the way that they could have done this is they could have found the ruined nether portal, but not like the actual structure. They could have done that, and they could have lit the portal and headed into the nether. Once they were in the nether, they were most likely exploring for stuff. They probably came for the riches, so that way they could later on trade with other people, aka villagers, and get carrots. Yeah, carrots. And mud. So anyway, what they do when they get to the nether, they immediately spawn a nether fortress. They head over to the nether fortress and take the riches. They get attacked by blazes, and half of their skin gets ripped off. That explains their weird texture. I will pop up on screen here. Now, that doesn't necessarily explain the entire thing, though. We need to figure out how they got zombified, how they're walking, and how they have gold, and the backstory to zombie pigmen and piglins. There also is another argument for the nether portal situation. In this poster that I might or may not take a picture of and put it on, I have it on my door, which I was just looking at for evidence for this video. It shows a nether portal with 2 zombie pigmen in the picture. So, this concludes that they somehow got to the nether without players. So we know Dream and a normal player is out of the answer. They somehow got there, and it's lit too. The answer to how they could be walking is possibly a wither skeleton or something along that lines could have been brewing a potion and it mutated the zombie pigmen, which resulted in them being able to stand. And another way that could have happened was maybe they just adapted to it. Anyway, the way that they could have gotten their gold can vary because we know that they hadn't have discovered gold and they couldn't even have pickaxes because gold in the nether was discovered by the piglins many years later, and then they had the wood to break the gold and create gold tools, which allowed them to do much more stuff than zombie pigmen can. But the way that they could have gotten their gold is a player could have entered the nether hundreds of years after they were there. And then what they could have done is the players most likely attacked the nether fortresses that they took over, and they killed the players and grabbed the gold, because gold at this point was a very valuable resource, so they had it for trading with villagers. But they didn't know that that would be later used for piglin trades, which I'll get into in just a minute. One more way they could have learned to walk is based on lightning mutation. We've seen this happen multiple times in Minecraft, like with charged creepers, skeleton horses. If they get struck by lightning, they will summon a special mob of their variant. This could lead to zombie pigmen being mutated and be able to walk due to lightning. Now, there is no lightning in the nether, but they could have had it before they even got to the nether, which probably made them the ability to get a flint and steel. This is probably the most likely reason for them to be able to walk. Now for the piglin side of things. The piglins could have been created by mushrooms mutating in the nether somehow, creating trees. as we know as the crimson and warped wood today. Now, the way that this could have happened is the mushrooms could have mutated due to how much heat, like hence all the vines that are made out of fire on the trees. This also could have been created, and Enderman probably got there through teleporting somehow. Hence the blue everywhere. Maybe. I don't know. But the Piglins probably could have been a mutation. Probably a few of the zombie Pigmen migrated to the red and blue areas to see what the new areas were like. They went there and they had kids, right? Which probably why there's so many zombie Pigmen there. And when they had the kid, the Hogwins were probably involved in some way that made them have Piglins instead of zombie Pigmen. So, the way this could have happened is they could have had a Piglin, right? But it would be a zombie. They head back to the Nether. Some of them say it's a zombie to keep the zombie thing going. And they would have gone to the Nether portal and come back, but kind of reversed in the way that we know today. They would be Pigwins when they came back. And then later in their lives, they discovered gold. They discovered gold in the Nether, which allowed them for so many other things. They chopped down the trees and got pickaxes as soon as they could to get the gold. With the gold tools, they were able to mine blackstone, basalt, all of this cool stuff. They also ransacked nether fortresses and got diamonds. From the diamonds, they are used to get diamond pickaxes. These diamond pickaxes are later used to get netherite. Hence, the Piglins trading you netherite hoes if you are extremely lucky. By the way, they should give you ingots. Very low chance. Anyway, but they built their bastions from all the basalt and blackstone they have been collecting over the years. All of the gold they stored on big trophies in their basalt things. They picked up buckets of lava by the iron they were finding in the nether fortresses and the iron that they were finding in chests. They also built all of their stuff out of gilded blackstone, which they mixed gold with blackstone to make a better decorative block. With the uses of netherite, the zombie Pigmen and Pigwins could have done mining better to get more basalt to rival their Pigwin other species. But in the process, the zombie Pigmen were eliminated. Not all of them were gone extinct. Some of them still roam, which is not true, but you get the point. Anyway, basically, after that, the zombie Pigmen were pretty much extinct, never to be found. But the Pigwins and the zombie Pigmen still roam. And the Hogwins they're not very good friends, the Pigwins. Anyway, that's pretty much the backstory of the Pigwins. Zombies, and none of them grew up there. I think that's pretty much some of what happens. Yeah, pretty much what will happen. Roughly the history to zombie Pigwins. So, yeah, Zogwins probably going for the Pigwins. Or they another species of pig that belong to the Anyway,